Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Kay here from At Home with Kay, and today we are going to be making some Mackenzie Childs inspired DIYs. So I looked online and I saw these beautiful pumpkins with the gold flowers, and then one of my sweet friends found these online and she sent them to me, those acorn. So I decided that I would try and replicate this. I'm going to use that black and white acrylic paint by Apple Barrel. Either one of these is going to be my pumpkin stem. This is the pumpkin. And for the flowers, I'm going to use these white flowers and I'm going to paint them gold. And I'm thinking about using these little sparkly pieces here. I may or may not. And then for the acorn, this was all I could find were these wooden plaques from Dollar Tree. So we're going to do it the At Home with Kay way and just use these Dollar Tree acorn plaques instead of having some real little porcelain acorns. So first I'm going to take my gold paint. I need more of this. I got it from Michael's a while back. But I need more of it. But I'm just going to squirt a little bit out on this paper, and this is the color gold that I'm going to use to paint these lovely white flowers with. And I'm just going to dab and add a coat of paint on here, and then we'll move on to our next step. I love Mackenzie Childs. Everyone knows that. Who knows me? Well, and I just love the whimsy of all of the things that they make, so you don't have to be perfect, because I think it just adds to the whimsy of the painting when it's not so perfect, when you can see that it's a job that someone took their time and painted, you know? So that's why I love their items. They're so stunning and eye-catching. I love everything that they make, actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paint these lovely flowers, and then we'll move on to our next step. And this is what the flowers look like with one coat of the gold paint. Okay, so next it's time to paint our acorn. What I'm going to do first, because you know when you want to do your pattern, sometimes it's good to draw it on there, but sometimes honestly I don't, because it's okay to not draw it, because it's easy to just do without it, but it does help if you want to make sure that you get everything straight. So the first acorn, I wanted to do the stripes, so I just made stripes. And on this one will be the one with the checks. So I'm going to try to make these even checks on the front, and I just do it with a pencil. Usually I use a black Sharpie, but this time I'm going to do a pencil because I just thought it would be better to use a pencil this time. And I'm just going to do the stripes, and they're going to be kind of, the checks, and they're going to be kind of big checks, not really small. And I'm going down the downward motion now, and I'm going to begin painting them. So I'll just get done with this part, and then I'll let you guys see what I'm going to do next. So here I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit of my black acrylic paint, and then I'm going to squeeze out a little bit of my white acrylic paint, and I already have the gold there from when I painted the flowers. And then I'm just going to begin painting my stripes, and it's not going to be all even and neat. It's just, you know, just get it done, and it just looks beautiful, you know, however it's done. So I love painting. It relaxes me. It's just a good way to just relax your mind and just zone out and make something pretty. And when you look at things that are beautiful, it doesn't just make you happy. So that's why I like to just make things and create things, because I need some happiness in my life, let me tell you. And honestly, guys, too, there's no right or wrong way to do this, because too, I thought I could have painted the white stripes first, or I could have painted the entire thing white and then just painted black, you know. So there's no right or wrong way, just as long as you get the pattern on there the way that you like it, because this is your way when you make this, it's okay. And I painted the white off camera. I didn't put you guys through that, letting you watch me do all that. So I painted the white off camera. So now I'm going to do the top. And I just took some brown acrylic paint and I'm going to paint the entire top brown, including the stem. Then remember those little glittery pieces that I showed you guys at the beginning? I'm going to hot glue those on there just so that brown would pop a little bit. It's just shimmery and kind of glittery, and it just makes it pop, and it just looks so much better. So I'm going to hot glue those on the top of each of the acorns after I paint the tops of them brown. And here I am just painting the acorn with the checks, and like I said, I'm doing the black ones first, and then I'm just going to go the ones that are empty. I'm going to do white, and then we're going to go on and paint the top with the brown and add on that sparkly. I'm going to find out the name of that stuff and let you guys know. I showed it at the beginning, but it just completely slipped my mind. You get it from Dollar Tree out of Crafter Square, and then I will tell you guys what the name of that is. I'm going to put that on top of the brown. The name of it is Tube Confetti, and you get it at Dollar Tree. That's the name of it. I had to dig through my trash to find it. Okay, so now I'm painting the white checks, and I'm just going to let you guys watch me paint these for a while, and then we're going to move on to our next project. So then I want to make that pumpkin. As you saw the Mackenzie Childs pumpkin, it had the black and white checks, the courtly check, but then it had those gold flowers at the top, and that's what I'm going to try and replicate here. And right here, sorry I'm out of frame, but I'm just drawing my stripes to make my checks on with this black Sharpie. This is how I usually do it. I usually use the black Sharpie, but before, remember, I used the pencil. But with this, I feel that it's best to use the black Sharpie. And I'm just going to make my checks, go around. These checks are going to be kind of big, and then we're going to move on to our next step. So now I'm going to paint my my black checks on, and this is going to be a little different because I already had a layer of white paint on here, but it needed to be another coat, so I'm going to go back over it, you know, each white square and just spruce it up just a little bit, but it did make it a little bit easier. So I'm just going to go one after the other and do the black, and then we will move on to our next part of this. So now I'm going to, I chose which one of these stems I wanted to use. So I'm going to just use hot glue, and I really had to be careful because these pumpkins are hollow. This is one of those orange pumpkins you get from Dollar Tree, and they are hollow inside, the ones with the green stem. And so I had to make sure that I didn't sink my stem down inside, because also they're styrofoam. And when you use the hot glue, at least my hot glue gun anyway, it melts that styrofoam. So I had to be a little careful. So now I'm just going to take my flowers and I'm going to hot glue them all the way around the stem and going down the front a little bit. And then we will go on to our next step. And actually, after this, I believe it's the final reveal. And I apologize because I thought that I was going to let you guys see me put that tube confetti on top of the acorn, but I didn't even record myself doing that. But I just laid down a little hot glue and added that confetti and pressed it down, and it stuck right on. So that's the way you do that if you want to make one of these yourself. So we will finish this up and then we'll move on to the final reveal. And here we are at the end of the video, and I just laid the acorns down on the table, but I thought I could make these leaners, or I could hang them, and so they can be shelf sitters. I could, you know, do that some kind of way, but I think they turned out really pretty, and I just put some little accents of gold paint on there, and I painted some high gloss Mod Podge on there, and this is the pumpkin, and I added some of that tube confetti on here too, just to give it a little bit more bling and pizzazz. And then I put the high gloss Mod Podge on there, and these other items are just some cups that I had that looked cute in the vignette. And this vase, I actually made that. I was trying to duplicate the Mackenzie Childs, their spring, some of their spring items, and that video is on my channel if you want to check it out. And that lovely lantern also, I just painted it that way just because I thought it would look beautiful. I did that last year actually. Yeah, and so this is how it all turned out. I thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think, and remember, when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine.